Learn to listen to your body. We as humans are the original computers, the original um, source code. Everything in this world mimics what we do to stay afloat, to stay alive, to stay in good health. Think about it. Computers, you have to power down your computer. You can't just keep your computer running all day, plugged up all day, on monitor, on whatever, laptop, desktop, however, you know what I mean? Even your phone. You have to, because our phones are mini computers, you feel me? You have to power that down every once in a while. We, as the original computers, have certain codes in us that will let us know what we need to do despite the influence of information we're getting from around us. For example, in this world, your mind, as adults, we have to work. If you have kids, that's your heart. You have to provide if you're a good parent. Anyways, but the world is distracting you mentally from taking care of yourself spiritually. So everybody out here in this world is talking at you. Your job is telling you come in, work these extra hours, come in later, come in earlier, stay later, work harder, do better. Your friends are telling you show up more, be more active, get more, you know what I mean, in tune, pop out a little bit more. Um, your babies are telling you they need more attention, they need more time. This is your heart. Your heart is pulling you this way, your head is pulling you that way. Both are requiring a certain level of action and energy. In order for you to be proactive in both situations, both demographics, you have to take care of you first. Your mind or your spirit is going to tell you exactly what it is that you need to do to make sure you're in a state of constant connection, growth, and wellness. Sometimes you may have a feeling like, oh, I'm tired, but you're not actually tired. You may just need to close your eyes because your mind, your eyes are the processors. Your mind, your brain is a processor, but your eyes are the things that's taking everything, taking all the information in. So you have to look everything over with your eyes. Your brain is ingesting all of this and then going through all of this information and storing everything where it needs to be, if it needs to be stored at all, in fact. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. And because this world is throwing a lot of misinformation and bullshit at us, as well as indirected energy from people, excuse me, for whatever reason, whatever little situation, those abundant interactions and distractions are all being downloaded. We as the original computers are downloading everything, even if we aren't noticing it. It is draining us. So we have to stay in tune and listen to our bodies. Our body is going to tell us, okay, listen, I know that your mind is saying you need to do this. Your heart is saying that you want to do this, but you have to do this. You have to rest. If you do not rest, you are going to burn out and you are going to be no good for nobody, not even yourself. You can't, when they say that your cup overfloweth, it's not, you know what I mean, saying like, oh, you are pouring or people are pouring into you. Your cup is overflowing because you're pouring into yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I I don't believe the Bible said anything about pouring into the cup. Anyways, but yeah, like you have to overflow from within. So if you're not providing yourself that fluid of life, longevity, love, whatever it is that you may require to continuously do what you need to do in this world and in this life and in your role in this world, you're not going to be any good to anybody. Not even yourself. Like, you're not going to accomplish your goals. You being burned out is not going to do anything but interrupt what you were supposed to be doing with those people. So if you don't take the time, or those situations, not just people, but if you don't take the time to rest, listen to yourself, leave those situations. When your body, when you have that first mind, we as the original source code, bro. We have certain things in us that lets us know, you know, that little moment where you be like, damn, I don't feel like, or I don't think I should, but then you get a wave of, you know what I mean, other voices or other feelings. They be like, talk you into it. Nah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I don't never go out. Let me go ahead and go out. Like, for example, I had a customer come in, and it's crazy because I was thinking about this, like what I'm talking about right now. And this customer came in, and he was like, man, he ended up leaving his phone in another coworker's car because they went out. And he was like, man, I never go out. I usually, anytime I go out with my woman, and we are together like Bunny and Clyde. But this is the first time I went out without her, and I knew I shouldn't have. I said to myself, man, I don't feel like going. I was in the house with her chilling. We was watching something, and then my boys hit me up and was like, hey, yo, you want to go out or whatever? Come on, coach, you'll never go out, da-da-da-da-da. And he was like, all right, man, let me go ahead. I don't ever go out. And he talked himself into going out. And that night, he ended up losing his phone. So he was like, damn, man. Now he had to go through all this trouble, missing work, missing meetings, missing money, to come to the store to try to get his phone, to try to get in contact with the person who got his phone. It took about an hour, but he was able to get the information that he needed to get in contact with the person that had his phone. But still, in the end, that was a lot of time wasted getting his phone back, when he could have avoided all that had he listened to that first thought. That first initial thought is usually the right one. Because he was like, oh man, I knew I shouldn't have. We always know we shouldn't have. But the moment this world can sense, it's all off energy and frequencies, right? So we emit a certain energy and frequency. When we are aware that we should not do something, we have that original signal, that original thought that instantly goes, nah, and then it's like, but then something else comes, and it's like the universe can pick up on that signal within us that is trying to deter us from interacting with that negativity, or not necessarily negativity, or something that could result in interrupting, you know what I mean, our mission, or what the hell we were supposed to be doing. It doesn't have to necessarily be direct negativity, but it can lead to something that just interrupts your purpose and your mission of that day or that year, whatever the hell it may be. So yeah, like, he has stopped and was like, man, okay, I ain't never doing this again. This ain't gonna happen again. And now he had taken steps to try to think of other ways around if this was to happen again. So, and that was because I was sitting next to him like, listen, man, it's okay. Life is a never-ending series of trial and error, growth. Now you know it's okay. Boom, boom, boom. Do this next, da-da-da-da. So, yeah, he was like, okay, I'm going to get me a backup phone just in case, za-za-za, da-da-da. And it was cool that it ended that way, but at the end of the day, it didn't have to go that way. If we as humans take the time to stop, listen, and actually honor that code, that word, that sense, that feeling that's in us, that's telling us like, that ain't it. That ain't it. If we actually do that, bro, we could change this world. Because if you think about it, it's a battle of entities or energies. You feel me? Like, this world is controlled by a certain darkness that is trying to eat away at the light within us to make everything dark so that it feels comfortable and powerful. The more we have these moments in us that's like, nah, I shouldn't do it, and then boom, we get flooded with those thoughts of excuses and like, oh man, talking us into that shit. That's that outside source, outside code, outside entity and energy trying to influence and pull us out and disconnect us from ourselves. You feel me? Like, it's deep, but if you can visualize what I'm saying, it makes it a little bit easier. That's why I kind of break things down the way that I do sometimes. But yeah, long story short, just listen to yourself. You know you better, and you know what you should and should not be doing, despite what the influences around you may want you to do or say you should be doing or could be doing. You know, listen to yourself. Rest, reject, rejoice. You feel me? Reject the negativity, reject the bullshit, reject the stagnicity, the, you know, reject all that shit, and rejoice in your growth and choosing better. Every little step, it don't matter if it's just, man, I ain't smoked today. I usually smoke every motherfucking day, but I went one day without smoking. Celebrate that shit. That one day is amazing. Why? Because you ain't did that before. You feel me? You ain't did it in years, but you did it today. Celebrate yourself. The more you rejoice in those little steps, it makes that little step feel and look bigger, and it makes you want to do it more. You feel me? Rejoice. Celebrate yourself, my dude. Celebrate yourself. I'll celebrate you. I love when you grow. Like, I love just reading other people post about, no matter how minuscule it may seem to other people. Oh man, I day 3 of no smoking cigarettes. Everybody else may be like, oh, I don't give no fuck. That's a huge thing, and addiction is a huge thing to beat. And anything that you do consistently can become an addiction, even loving someone. So if you have in any way, shape, or form taken that step to overcome that addiction, I am proud of you. Celebrate your achievements. The more you celebrate, the more you celebrate. You feel me? You feel me?